Welcome everybody, I think I'm live. Welcome to the OlyBet Qualifiers. We are, I believe, working our way through the Latvian bracket and trying to find our final couple of teams that making it through to that LAN finals happening next month. So yeah, pretty soon now, we're closing in on it. Interesting couple of games that we've got coming up as well. A couple of names that I of course recognise. Warsung being one that excites me a little bit. Some of my first events I ever did going back 5-6 years ago in the Baltic scene, and this was a household name that were performing very, very well. And actually sort of seeing some of those older boys as well, High Ski Shield coming in to, sort of participate. Maybe they're not playing so actively nowadays in their professional careers, but sort of coming back to participate within these Baltic lands, I really, really like. It's quite exciting. So I think the first game that we've got going on is Warsung versus Cyberman. I'm not too familiar with really any of the Cyberman boys, so I think it's going to be an interesting game. I think Warsung have definitely got that advantage. Looking at the match room, Shield's ratings are just criminal. I'm not sure if he's just been playing like... I don't know if he's just been smurfing or something, but he has a 2.46 KD over his last 20 matches, which is just... like absolutely mind-blowing. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see sort of how these boys perform on the server. But yeah, there does seem to be a little bit of a clear disparity within just elo and ratings and recent performance and things like that. If we're just going off of like face it pugs, as I say, normally I'm doing matches where I've got a whole spreadsheet of data in front of me. I've got HLTV, I've got all of that jazz to go off of. That's not really the case here, and I think that you guys in Twitch chat and things like that will probably be able to give me a little bit more insight on sort of what's going on with some of these games than I necessarily have, because you guys will know these people personally and whatnot. I did want to jump and have a look at Twitch chat real quick just to see how we're doing. Hang on, I can't remember what channel we're on. I don't know. We'll find it. Oh, okay. All right. We're on the OlyBet channel. I don't know. I can't find it. Oh, there we are. Alrighty. Warsung's a go-to brand though. Yeah, absolutely. As I say, when I first started doing some of these Baltic events, like going like years, right? As I say, sort of 6 years ago. These guys were sort of in the scene. They were playing as more actively. They were absolutely farming all of these Baltic events. That was back when like BEL, BESL, and those leagues and whatnot were about. And these guys were a real staple and always coming in and performing well or winning these events. Sounds like without further ado, we will be jumping into the game in just a few seconds. So you don't have to listen to me waffle any longer. Picking things off here on Anubis. So, the inherent advantage that comes with starting off on your T side, of course, a bit of util for marker off and, well, Glocks across the board. Look at that charm on the back of the Glock. It's too big. Flying out, though. Little bit of success, struggling to find the heads. Krill having a bit of trouble. In fact, they all are. And a shield arrives at the party. He's found one. He's low on health. He needs the support from High Ski, and he will get it. And now the double swing. There's absolutely no chance whatsoever. And that will put a bow on it. Markarov's wiped out. Warsung, against all odds, pull it back together, and they end up with a 1-round lead. CT side, as I say, that kind of goes a long way here on Anubis, especially when your opponents are forcing the issue. They didn't get the bomb down, and they've gone for the buy here. 4 Tech 9s and an AK-47 on Vladik. If they can't make this work, they're in a bit of trouble, I'm going to be honest. Be on a guaranteed eco in the next, assuming that they don't get a bomb plant or really anything out of this. If they do, then maybe they try and go at it again. Oh, a little over-aggressive from Creek. We'll get some valuable information. In the corner, it's Shield. Tech 9 range. Can't quite reach it. A minute on this clock, and they're starting to gravitate once again towards this A site. But so much information hit for Wolsunk. They're pressed all the way up to the T stairs. MP9 for Mass, all in tandem. Somehow they've managed to find themselves on a bomb site. Now, the big thing here is Niska. Up through main. By the time the bomb starts to rotate around, it will have to play into him. In fact, no, they're doubling back. He's dropping down into con. This should still be a denied bomb plant, as all of this will be heard. With the smoke going down, now he has to try and play through it. For Mass won't quite deny. Okay, they do. Alrighty, MP9 just sends it with the distraction of Disciple. And Wolsung will make it a second. That was a really bizarre round. Okay, Kodish. Right, thanks for the info. So, right. Who's it? Irix. Irix scouted. 17-year-old talent, watch out for him. Alrighty. Well, he's not on the board yet, but they haven't had a gun round yet. So, we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Nico here. There's an Eagle. Ooh. Struggling to find the head. And 4 not giving him much of an opportunity. And Shield will fly out and confirm. Oh, bad timing. Caught in the cross, not quite killed, but damage dealt, info gained. P250 on the other end of mid. In a bit of trouble on the cross. Markov had the crosshair lined up at the head, couldn't connect it. And now it's all falling apart here. Wolsunk guaranteed to make this a third. A flawless round as well. Shield hasn't died yet. And this is rolling together very, very nicely for the Latvian side. The Cyberman called a timeout. Hyper-aggressive, 1-for-1 trade. Sorry about that. I should put us silent for a few seconds, but back into things. And finally, with the AKs out, Cyberman might actually have an opportunity to pull this together. Grouped up. Working their way forwards. High ski. His position known, but still wary of connector. Now taking the contact and doesn't need to sweat here. Asta spamming away. High ski's found 2. And he puts it into an even situation, but head over the top. What a shot from Hikari. And Kree's got the weight of the world on his shoulders. 2v1, MP9 around the corner. Can't find the head, and first goes on the board. Not a bad round from Cyberman. Maybe the start of better things to come. So, double Mac 10s. The problem is, right, Wolsung not only taking those early 3 rounds, but actually Doing so convincingly. Still had a load of money behind them, while Cyberman get away with the round, but a lot of casualties in the process. They are down to those 2 SMGs. On the other side, Shield's got an AWP out, and he's a scary man to wield it. Deep Chi Hikari. Relatively unfazed by it. Quite going to work in their favour. Kree's out of retirement. Other than Shield, are they not like all out of retirement? Isn't Heisky out of retirement as well? I thought he's been coaching or something. Coaching the female Imperial team, and then he's the analyst at the main Imperial team now, isn't he? Beautiful stuff. Keeping this nice and tidy. What have we got here? This is a replay of warm-up? Yeah, it's analyst for Imperial Men's team. I remember seeing the announcement when he got upgraded, I guess. Oh, bad nade. A little awkward, just as we're picking him up. Smoke in hand, but Kree's been smoked off himself. Wants to try and use this as an opportunity to play the timing as Niska takes one as they emerge through the smoke. Him and Kree in tandem. Absolutely beautiful. And not even close. I mean, Cyberman added a bit of a spanner in the works. Their one round they were able to take, and it was just sort of bouncing between the two sites, using Connector as leverage. Hey, you've got that Warstone jersey where something's happening in Latvia. Yeah, exactly, right? They've actually, you know, in the last couple of years, some real talent has have come out of Latvia, to be honest. Shield being one of them. I'd like to know where he is. I think he's out in America, isn't he? Shame. But yeah, it's cool. And I think it's cool to have, you know, a distinctive brand for that region that they will jump back to. Represent. A shot from Shield. Oh, nice trade back, but Shield still alive and kicking. An uncharacteristic miss, but that's okay. Fades Eric's out into Niska. Shield's then able to catch out the second on the spacing and finishes off the job. So Wolsung make it 6, and yeah, I love it. I love it. Maybe we need to make Granny's Knockers a Lithuanian household brand. I'm excited for the Lithuanian qualifiers, a couple of days. See how some of the boys do. I think that's definitely the most stacked qualifier. There's the most teams signed up, at least. Kill from Ice Ski. Oh, trying to slip out alive. Just about does so, Vladik. Puts 2 deagle shots in the back. Heiski re-aggresses. That's wild. Somehow still works for him. Hikari left all by himself. No chance at all. Again, just a single kill. This is looking very one-sided. I said at the start of this as well, I was somewhat expecting it to be so. It's kind of the thing with the Baltic region, right? Especially when you split it down into each country. You've got 1 or 2 very good teams from each of the Baltic countries, but you do have the sort of a head above everyone else, right? When you do a Baltic event like this, and you say, yeah, we're taking the best team or the best 2 teams from Latvia, from Lithuania, from Estonia. Yeah, you have a very good, very competitive tournament at the end of the day. But the qualifiers to get there, you do end up with some fairly one-sided stuff, even this deep into the playoffs bracket, just because, you know, there aren't that many really good Latvian players sort of take that step above the rest. If these boys didn't exist, then yeah, I think it would be a bit of a scrap of just, you know, half decent 3k elo players. But as long as these boys exist, it's a whole lot harder. Aggression down mid, you can see Wolfsung are getting a little impatient, a little big for their boots. I don't hate it, but maybe they do need to reel it in a little bit. The thing is, you know, when you're on the CT side of Anubis and you're just absolutely stomping, Vladik all by himself. Reasonable to assume that this clutch is possible, but not probable. With just 35 seconds on the clock. Firebombs go down, they delay things that little bit further. Vladik's going to play out. It's a nice headshot. But he has no idea where Shield resides. Now he has to swap out to that secondary because the AWP is not the right tool for the job at close range, but he has no trouble. Vladik doesn't get a chance, tries to tap that bomb, force out a bit of aggression, but Shield's already right up in his space. 12-1 he's currently sat as well, Shield. He is really smurfing right now. And then that's the thing, right? He's an active player that's playing at a high level at the moment as well. I've been really, really impressed with Monty Gen recently. I think they've been fantastic, frankly. I think he's been fantastic within them. Trade on high ski. Burn damage. Bomb will go down. It's just this brute force approach from Cyberman to get onto this B site. And it might just work for them. It has so far. But are they able to fend off the retake? Asta's done a very good job. It looks like they're just going to call this one off. It'll go 8-2. Cyberman's still a long way to go. Eric's. Oh. So AWP's on either side now. It's the first time we've seen Asta with one, I think. Money's being a little bit of a sore spot here for the T's. Molly goes down deep. Flash over the top. Niska round this corner. Vladik out, but it's really a no man's land there when he takes that fight. Niska's going to line up another as well. Traded back, so a 3v3. Not an easy task. As we saw last time with the retake, they just took a little too long. They weren't really given the opportunity, so they called it off. This time they're now at a man disadvantage. Make that 2. This is much better from Cyberman. And it does actually look like this will be given up. Shield will keep that AWP alive. He'll keep his KD as well, but... should be that. 8-3 we go. A chance for a decent half here. In fact, a very good chance for a decent half with Wolfsung. Not having much cash to work with. Couple of FAMASs and MP9. It seems like Cyberman have really found the Achilles heel of this defense, which is that B-bomb site. Looking to abuse it again, though. Final round of the half. They're leaning towards A main. That's where the 2 FAMASs reside. Frank doesn't quite make it around the corner. Takes an awkward bounce, but still. The Cyplex and Creek will follow up with the kills, as will Highski. This has got to be a 9-3 half, surely. Asta cracked this open with a brilliant AWP shot, but it doesn't feel like we're going to see anything more here out of this round. Smoking off the T-stairs as well. Hikari knows that they have lost all of the space here and the bomb as a result. Regaining control of it is not going to be an easy task. Asta needs the timing. Doesn't look like he'll get it. Oh, this is ridiculous. He has seen it. Wants to play the trigger discipline. That'll be his demise as Highski. Covering his teammates back. Bit of due diligence. Love that. Hikari now left for the 1v4. A nice mini little resurgence in those past couple of rounds. Unfortunately, that's about it. As soon as the noise is made, the Cyplex will swing. Get it done. A 9-3, Wolfsung pulling away a little bit once again here. And yeah, just making this look exactly how it should, which is one-sided in their favour. Now they're on the T side. They should just be able to get this over the line as well. Vladik. Potentially in a bit of trouble here as the Julies. You actually find one. The problem is that's the A site gone. Brute force again. It's Wolfsung just sending it in. With Shield finding another. That should put a bow on things. Hikari round this corner. Yeah, gone. Oh, a couple of nice shots from Arix, to be fair. Unfortunately, they've also kind of been few and far between in this match. Double digits hit on the T side. Cyberman kind of have to go for a force here, see what they can do with it. It's 3 MP9s, a couple of 5.7s. Slower stuff here. Also know they're inevitably going to be against another force. So he's come in, Heisky just around this corner. Asta's going to draw first blood. That's Niska by himself, no trade potential. With Hikari taking another, okay, Cyberman might actually make this force buy work. They haven't found either of the rifles yet. Shield working his way forward, Disciplex there with him. But 2 men down and no real map control here. They've been given mid. Also, will take it with open arms, but it's only because Cyberman don't want to be fighting it this late in the round. Mac 10 from Crete. We'll catch one elsewhere, and they're about to walk into a very under-defended A-bomb site. Given that Cyberman have got the numbers here, this could be a bit of an oversight. They've stacked up. They've made the wrong call. Markarov's worried about the flanking from the CC spawn. Disciplex has the right idea, but it's actually Creed to pull the trigger on the second. Not only have they recovered the 2-man disadvantage, but they've put it into a 3-on-3 with the bomb plant, with loads of time and space on the site as well to take these post plants. Cyberman are kind of kicking themselves. They've gone for this commitment. The bomb beeping away. They prioritise the firepower over the util, over the kit. So for this retake, they don't have any utility to work with. They don't have that defuse kit, so there is a short fuse on this round. And Shield knows it. He'll sit put, tuck behind the pillar. Hikari can't trade when he needs to. And now Shield can just bide time and wait it out. Because even if he dies, there's no chance for Hikari to get back on that bomb. It's going to be an 11th here for Wolfsung. And one that they really have stolen away from the grasps of Cyberman. Clearly weren't holding on tight enough. Because that is not one they should have lost. With it going the other way. Begs the question. Do they have anything left in the tank? Are they really able to claw this back? It'll be another force buy because, you know, with this scoreline, it feels like they have to. Insta-con smoke, HG. Blowing open the cloud in mid. And Vladik just around this corner, jiggling with the smoke. Contact made, he'll drop it. He didn't get his head torn off. There's a couple of scary players on the other side, so wouldn't run it past him. He tries to play through this. This could be a bad idea. Oh, the support flash from Markarov's. She works very nicely indeed. Just found a dink as well. How's he got away with that? Takes a fair bit of damage as well. He's really questioning how he didn't follow up with a single bullet for space through the smoke. The HG will, though. That's going to be the cue to push out onto 8. We saw a 5v3 recovery just a couple of rounds ago. Maybe a chance for it again here. In fact, it was literally last round. Shield's timing, impeccable. The flashes come over. Yeah, Makarov's wiped out as well. Beautiful shot from Niska. And Asta left with now 3 to find. He takes 1, and is he really going to save? I mean, 17 HP, he's found an AK, it's a 2v1. I don't blame him. Like, this is the right call any other time in the game, but considering it is now 12-3. You know, I wouldn't have minded him just swinging out, trying to take another down. Have a crack at it, even if the odds are thin.
Terrorists win.
So, of course, a last hurrah buy here for Cyberman. Now, with Asta still getting that loss bonus, he can still drop a rifle over to his teammates. So in hindsight, yeah, I guess it does make the most sense for him to have gone for that save, but the nades are relentless. And Eric's suit, I think we had high expectations for. Given no opportunity in this one. Asta with a nice headshot back. He's really sprung to life in these last couple of rounds. He's been a bit quiet prior to that. But it might just be too little too late. It's a 4-on-2. Makarov on a brilliant flank. I thought he was a little late to the party with the A players. If he does push for mid, then the timings were all just wrong. They were all just wrong. He was a second too late to catch him in the back as they were pushing into A main. He then had the right idea to wrap mid, and it felt like he had a brilliant timing there, but he sort of taps the brakes when he didn't have to. Discplex. Surely. He'll find himself something here. Makarov eventually activates through mid, but he won't be expecting this angle. And even if it is a little messy, he doesn't care. Hikari left by himself there. 1v3. I don't see this happening. He's taking a big old chunk of damage from that initial peak as well. HG will give him a bit of cover to play out. Slow, spamming away, stray bullet will catch him, but there's just not enough time on this bomb. He knows it's GG, he's going to try and find a couple of kills to go with it. He actually didn't have the worst game there, 13-13. He went neutral in a match that they lost 13-3, so not too shabby at all. But, of course, Wolsung just a head and shoulders above their opponents there. They were looking much, much better, and I expect this to go in their favour in 2 bites. I'd be very, very surprised if we can see Cyberman actually, claw a map back and give us some kind of contentious series here. I think this is definitely going to be a Wolsung Grand Finals. Interested to see who they'll be playing against, but we'll have to wait and see, won't we? Hype World and EC Bangor happening on the other side of the bracket. I actually know both of those sides and seen them play in various other tournaments. I think that's going to be a fairly contentious game. Map 1 already done there. Won't show me what the score was, though. So, either way, that's going to wrap up our first game. I think we're going to go to a short little break while the players reconnect to the new server and things like that. And then we will be back. So don't go too far. We'll be back in a couple of minutes. Welcome back, everybody, to the OlyBet closed qual, or not the closed qual, sorry, it's the open quals for the LAN finals taking place in Lithuania next month. It's going to be super exciting on the 9th of November, and we are in the grand finals of our Latvian qualifier. We've got EC Bangor versus Walsung. It should be a bit of a blast, to be honest. Two teams that have looked good throughout the bracket so far. EC Bangor had one of their harder matches. That was against Hype World in that semi-final. But they still got it done pretty convincingly. It was a 13-5. But yeah, in terms of sort of on paper, that should have been a bit of a closer matchup, I feel. But as I say, when it comes to this grand finals, I think this is going to be an exciting one. I think Walsung should definitely have that slight advantage, but I don't know. I really don't know. Until we get into this, it's going to be tough to tell. EC Bangor, a team at the end of the day, right? And this is the thing. This is where I think that certain sides are set aside when you have sort of very good players, very strong players, but in a mixed configuration versus a team that practice together and, you know, have some of those protocols and have some of those sort of configurations set up. So I think it does make it a little bit harder here for Walsung. We'll see. Heiski has the right idea here in the apartment. Sees the head. That's the first going his way. And they'd already started to wrap around Archway for this B split. But actually, with that kill, that's going to call it off. They'll route back into the A site. They'll get this C4 down. It's nice and comfortable. Retake on its way. Chipan's got that kit and a couple of flashes, but USP's across the board. And he's without the Kevlar as a result. Niska just around this corner. It'll be a pop flash to get him around, but plays anti. Turns it. Lots of damage dealt, but it's Kenzie that doubles up. Kree in the corner. USP's galore charging at him. Just too many to choose from. And he can't handle it. It all falls down to the final man. It's Shield, and he can't get behind the box in time. Headshot found. CGK on the defuse. It's a great retake from EC Bangor, despite taking that early disadvantage. And yeah, they get that done quite comfortably, I guess. You know, they were in a really awkward position there. They were in a really awkward position. They had gamble stacked the wrong site. They'd lost A without any real contention and without any early warning call either, right? It was like Heiski was dead silent in the apartment. So as soon as he found that headshot, they rerouted their efforts onto A. And there wasn't any like early info to say, oh yeah, you know, footsteps in second mid or something like that. Just made it so much harder to actually sort of get those retaking players in position. It was a good job they had that kit. Chipan. Proning with the scout. Can't find anything early. Of early spams, warning shots perhaps. So it still feels incredibly slow. 35 seconds left. Walsung are gonna start to aggress onto this B site, but again, they're walking into a bit of a stat kit. And it all gets a little tricky. Caught with an aid in hand on the double back and with the scout. Chipan might be able to stop this, but only delaying the plant. Can't quite kill him. Tons of damage dealt. Shield and Heiski both super low. And the M4 being full on HP. This becomes very, very doable. He knows where the first is. Has a decent idea on the second as well. Should just be able to creep out until he sees an arm, pull the trigger, knows that he's low. Thinks that the second is in the deep corner. Spending so much time clearing this. Now gets this smoke on the bomb, taps it, but Shield plays it to perfection. And it's just going to take so much to best a player like Shield in that scenario. You can play it all brilliantly, but to get past him, to outsmart him, not an easy task, and one that is put to the test there. So with that said, and that round going the other way, Cree cracking things off with a lovely headshot. And remember, folks, I think I mentioned it at the start, but just in case you're not aware, the winner of this qualifies for the LAN finals. Loser is knocked out. They'll have another chance in the last chance qualifier. But it'll be open to all regions, and there'll be some pretty hefty teams, I think, in that last chance qualifier. It's a nice shot back from Japan. That might just be the only kill in the round here for the CT side, as he's burning alive. Can't catch him on the cross. And that'll put a bow on things. Shield trying to shoot a rifle to his teammate, but Niska's too far away. He's actually shooting in the wrong direction as well. Won't get to it in time. That's alright. Won't cause any heartache. Ooh. It's a good start from Japan. Super aggressive. They found themselves an AK and perhaps a bit of information. Heisky just cannot connect it. HG goes down. Molly in front of him. That HG is actually going to do a big old chunk of damage. Find him a kill. Without the Kevlar, those HGs are just so deadly. Shots, Heisky. Keeping the kills coming. He's happy to take these eco frags. It'll take him all day long. Doesn't look like they're going to give any other opportunities. Japan's got that AK. And he's obviously well away from danger. Ooh, maybe not. Maybe I speak too soon. Unfortunately for Niska, he won't be able to get to that rifle, but that's okay. They're chilling. They've got the advantage. They've got money behind them as well. Niska's actually survived a couple of rounds now, so he's just shy of $7,000 in the bank. He's not worried about the finances at the moment. Early spans both ways, just not finding a whole lot. Eventually, we actually see a bit of a connection. A bit of damage having been dealt. Shouldn't be enough to cause any quakes, but with Niska falling, now perhaps cause for concern here for Wolsung, as Renya's going to swing out top mid. Punishes for their complacency. And for being a little bit slow, to be honest. Wolsung clearly playing a little more scared than they did in that last map that we saw, giving their opponents more respect here, that's for sure. On Anubis, they were just full guns blazing. almost every round, even on their CT side, getting super aggro. Japan's put the pressure in from long shield. Starts seeing bullets coming from his backside. Doesn't have the time to react, and he will be executed. So, gotta put a bomb on things there. 3-2. EC Banger snapping at their heels, keeping this contentious. It's always tough being in a spot like this, CGK. But the spam's back. Wolfsunk do have all the bells and whistles this time. Remember, last round they were playing a little bit of a bonus. I wouldn't go as far as to call it like a proper bonus round, but you know, they weren't willing to reinvest off of the SMGs. Now they do have all the tools to work with. Shielding that AWP out as well. We saw what he was capable of there in that semi-finals game. Some masterful shots. To leave much to the imagination. 30 seconds left. Wolfsung once again. Just playing this incredibly slowly. This crew's going to find that eventual entry frag. A lot of damage taken. That's going to be Japan's cue to swing out and clean up a couple of those low HP boys. Still won't be enough. Taisky cuts off the rotate. Valachi, it doesn't feel like there's a lot he can bring to the table here. Heisky doesn't even want to give him the space, give him the opportunity to save. Hyena, but he can't find him. So concede to the fact that there will be that one rifle being carried across. Now, that's not the end of the world. That's not the end of the world at all. We will still see a strong buy here for Wolfsung, and not a lot of money on this CT side, even with that rifle saved and a little bit of a loss bonus, but not really. It is actually a bit of a concern here, the money situation. Good start. Shield wiping out Chipan. He's been good. He's been very good on this A site these past few rounds. CGK just around this corner. He's got Renya there with him. Timing's everything, and they do get very good timing in their favour, but it is just the one, as you'd expect against the rifles. But an MP9 for an AWP, that's a trade they will take all day long. They'll be very happy with the outcome. Slow stuff once again then. Even up against a low buy like this, it's kind of painful how slowly Wolfsung are playing these rounds. I don't blame them, as I said before. They are up against just a better opponent here, a harder opponent. That's been proven so far. EC Banger have almost taken the round count in the first sort of 5-6 rounds. we saw from Cyberman in the entirety of that last map. So definitely a hotter competition here, but still one that Warsong are winning, and they're going to extend that little bit further. This round right here, Kenza. Looking for exits. They've done so much damage. Kree is literally on 1 HP. They can't finish him off. It's painful. Painful to let him go like that, but has to be done. Can't just keep hemorrhaging players. It's important to hold on to that second MP9. Wasn't tons of money here for the CT side, so an opportunity to be able to buy a bit of util, drop a rifle over. Far more important than doing what would just really be sort of negligible economic damage. Warsong, they've got a good economy going for them. It's not crazy. They're not sort of rolling in cash yet, but yeah, it's not too shabby at all. So, apartments control on the menu here. Renya. How have they managed to isolate him like that? The one player with the SMG. And they will walk right into him and charge him down. Playing with the smoke in hand as well to throw it off the contact, but way too late to deploy it. They're right up in his face. No opportunity whatsoever. That'll be that once again. Another round that just has to be allowed the other way. They'll be lucky if they can save it. Looks like that will be the case, but of course, question marks. Warsong will be hunting. They are, maybe not too aggressively. A 6th round goes down. 3 players stand alive. Money still looking strong here. And there is no doubt about who's looking like the better side on the server now. When EC Banger took the pistol, there were some question marks. When Warsong came back in the 2nd round and managed to string a couple together, pull ahead 3-1. Felt like those questions were answered, but the second that EC Banger won back one of their buys, for just a moment, it felt like we really had a game on our hands. As it stands right now, that no longer feels like the case. Also undoubtedly looking better here. Also, pauses coming in. At first, I thought it was of a tactical nature, but obviously there is a man missing, so it quickly moves over to a technical pause. Okay, Niska's back. I think we're ready to get back into the action. So here we go. Once again, round number 9 underway. Hopefully that little hiccup, that little pause in play won't break the Warsong momentum, because it's been pretty commanding. As of right now, it's going to be a brilliant little combination with the HE and the peak from Shield. No escaping that AWP. And of course, when the nade blows in your face, you have that reduced movement speed. There really isn't a lot you can do. So nice shot through the smoke from Lashy. Actually gives him a bit of equity, perhaps a chance to play for this retake. They otherwise perhaps would have shied away from. Flash through this smoke. 20 seconds left, though. They don't have a lot of time on this. They have still got 3 kits, so it's plausible. But they need to put their foot on the gas pedal right now. 1 for 1 might not cut it. They need someone to go big, and it's not going to be Latchik. He's wiped out by the AWP. Chipban being sandwiched in from both sides. Oh, the bit of team damage from CGK. Cree only needs a couple of extra bullets to finish off the job. Niska and Shield will go down with the bomb. I don't think they'll be too worried about that. They've got players on 5 figures right here. Tons of money in the bank, so they are chilling. And 7-2 also. Stealing the show right now. Keeping things confident. And we are seeing this tempo speed up a little bit, right? I said, especially towards the later stages of Anubis, they were showing no respect whatsoever. Getting super aggressive round after round. Here, they've been no strangers to running down this clock. We're hitting 30 seconds before we see any real contact made, but that is starting to change as Warsong are finding more and more rounds, making this look more and more convincing. Bomb goes down, chip up. Back it up. Cree with a big headshot. Warsong will make it 8. Now, expected, right? But as clean as that, maybe not. It's fantastically well played. Some real conviction once again. Spams away early. Little chips of damage, nothing too substantial. I don't think anyone's going to be bleeding too heavily. It really is only Niska that takes a tag, but Kenzie could be a big problem here. Set behind car. Okay, ready. High flashbang, CGK around this corner. As Niska does find a brilliant entry elsewhere. It is Renya to catch the timing on high ski. But very fast to the trade is his teammate. CGK, timing is really everything here in this round, over and over again. It's players caught looking the wrong way. This time, they both have the right idea, but Shield's not quick enough. And he's crossed her a little too far to the right. But he will be punished. 2v2. Discplex. Let's just walk through this smoke. This would be kind of bonkers. And that's why. CGK, of course, ready for it. EC Bangor will make it a third. It's a better round. That's for sure. Eight to 3. Flashbang in, Shield burning alive. Bit of a problem. HG will blow that smoke open. CGK around the corner. The HG will do good damage, and Lachi will follow up as well. Shield's down to 3 points of health. He needs one of his teammates to step up and step up big. And Discplex does. Highski's got a brilliant angle and reads that Renya's going to play through that top mid smoke. And just like that, that's how you go from a 5v3 with a severe disadvantage and 2 players low, right back the other way. The AWP playing through this smoke is disaster written in the stars. If he has a rifle there, he goes 2 for 1, and I think we see a 1v1 here between CGK and Highski where the bomb wouldn't be down. Instead, the AWP, 1 bullet, he's donezo, and Wolsung will make it 9. It's a brilliant half from them. A little hiccup there in the penultimate round, but they really make up for it there in the 12th and final. Just solidifying themselves as the much better team here in the server and in the qualifier as a whole, clearly. So good. Also taking another pause here before getting things going in the pistol round. It's an important time, I think, to sort of regain a bit of composure. Things did get a little bit scrappy there in the last of the half. You don't want to be taking those early double disadvantages like they did. I mean, yeah, no doubt they recovered it incredibly well, but point still stands. It's an awkward situation to find yourself in the first place. Just the pistols here to work with them. Renya's got a lot of ground here in the apartments. Spamming away with the dualies. Execution eventually comes through onto B. And they've just been given the site for free. It's a retake setup here for the other side, but it's kind of awkward to be playing it like this in the pistol. It's a great read from Shield to catch Renya on the late flank. Lurking around the map. They know what he's like. They know how he likes to play. With another entry back in, it's messy from the Glock. Japan does go 1-for-1, but I don't think it's going to be enough with a two-man disadvantage. They should really put a bow on things. McCree taking another. CGK drops. Slacky fires so many shots, but can't connect to any of them. And Highski will respond in kind. So double digits, more sung on to 10. And making pretty light work now of EC Banger, as they did in the semis. Again, I said it before, I'll say it again. After winning the pistol, after going 3-2, I thought, oh yeah, we've got a game on our hands here. I did not expect this to be as one-sided as the last, and for us to possibly be ending this in another 13-3 fashion, but that's right where we're headed. Spams away, nice and easy. Walsunk not wasting any time here. They want to be onto map 2, and they want to secure themselves that land final spot as soon as possible. No stress. 2 casualties, that's okay. They upgrade into the rifles. They carry across those 2 M4A1Ss. Niska will find a Galil. Because, of course, EC Banger did go for the force buy there after getting that bomb plant in the last. Puts them in a really rough spot here. Ordinarily, they'd of course be ecoing. But at a time like this, it's one of those desperate times that call for desperate measures. If they were to eco, Walsung would be on to 12, and we'd pretty much already be saying GG's. It does somewhat feel that way anyway, but you know, force in here. If they win it, they make it 11-4. Feels like there's at least a glimmer of hope. It's a good trade from Lackey. That's all for now. And you're working up long. Nice shot from Shield. A flash around the corner is the Tech 9. Hungry for something more. It's a lovely shot. It puts it into evens. Shield around this corner. Takes first contact. Can't convert it. Kills his teammate. Kenzie once again on the trade. Puts it into a 2-on-2. This incendiary. Just delay that plant. In fact, it doesn't. It doesn't do a whole lot. Still will go down towards default. It's Niska and Highski to try and clutch this up in the 2v2. All or nothing here for EC Banger. The CGK takes a tick from the molly. They now know exactly where he is. That second firebomb will force him right out. And whilst he had the lineup, but he did find one, he only needed 2 more bullets onto Highski. It would have done the job. He just couldn't connect it. And that'll be that. 12 on the board for Walsung. I was going to say no money once again for EC Banger, but the bomb plant actually does them a lot of favours there. Gives them a bit of cash. Maybe a chance for more. Maybe a chance to prolong Inferno. This is the EC Banger map pick as well. It doesn't get any easier after this one. You'd expect them to have a bit of cohesion. You'd expect them to have some protocols in place. I said before, these guys are a team. You move on to Dust 2. You're against Superstar Fraggers on uncharted territory. And a map that really does pander towards the Puck Stars. Cree just around this corner. This one comes in. 4 boosted up. Very messy from Cree. That's okay. Displex and Highski are there to follow up on the trade. Still, back the other way. 3v3. Highski's leg, I think, was spotted crossing into Boilers. They should be aware of him. Apartments is still smoked. As it fades, Kenzie will have to divert his attention. Split up, though. Renya, nice headshot. And Vaniska and Shield, they're going to call it off. Okay, all right, we'll see a 4-3 Banger. It won't be back-to-back 13-3 scorelines. It seems like a weird thing to celebrate. It feels like I'm picking at straws, but, you know, every little win feels like it's worth something here.
Terrorists win.
So once again, map point. The Banger map pick. 8 in a row required here as well to take us to further rounds, to take us to OT, just to fight for survival. I don't see it happening, and Niska doesn't either. It's a great start, and it's one that he'll actually add on to as well. Follows up with another great kill. Lucky gets out, but yeah, secondary spray a little too messy. And even with a weaker buy here, Wolfsong are getting this over the line. Highski has a HE. Gun's fairly low. Could do a big old chunk of damage onto him, wouldn't kill him. Unless it bonked him on the head and blew up, then it wouldn't be far off. CGK has now been spotted on the flank as well. That element of surprise that he had, the one bit of leverage, is now gone. HE's brilliant, but Highski kills his teammate, and CGK left with it all to do. 1v3. And look at where the bomb is as well. It's down T-ramp. There's just no chance whatsoever. Now, Wolfsong don't know that they actually have control of the bomb, so they will play in for this as if it's a retake, but no chance whatsoever. That's going to wrap things up for map number 1, folks. Wolfsong make it look easy. And to be honest, the team that I was expecting to breeze through this bracket do so quite nicely. That's going to be only the first map, though. Of course, we've got Dust 2 up next. This is a best of 3. EC Banger. They've still got a chance. They've still got a chance, but they need to take this 10-minute break. They need to do some thinking. They need to really dig deep and pull out the best that they can. We're going to go to that short break. When we return, we'll be back with the second map of this series to see if Wolfsong can get it done in 2 bites and breeze on to that next stage, or whether we do have a game on our hands. Don't go too far. You definitely don't want to miss it. Welcome back, everybody, to the OlyBet Baltics CS2 qualifiers. And, of course, we are in the grand finals here, trying to find our first team qualifying to the LAN finals, which will be taking place in, 3 weeks' time now. I'm excited for it. I'll be out there in Lithuania covering that one in the arena, and it's going to be an absolute blast. Of course, we've got EC Bangor versus Walsung here in the Latvian grand finals, and Walsung are making light work of it. They absolutely are. They won that one 13-4. They're now moving on to their map pick of Dust 2, and I'm expecting this to be much of the same. I don't know if you can really do much better than a 13-4. I think, you know, to say, oh yeah, that was their opponent's map pick, now they're on theirs, they're going to do it in a 13-2 or something like that, is wishful thinking. But they definitely look like the better side there. And as I say, I'd be very, very surprised if they don't get this done in 2 bites. We saw glimmers of brilliance and maybe a better hope for EC Bangor in a couple of rounds there. But generally speaking, they were just outplayed and outgunned in almost every field. But yeah, I'm excited to get things going here on this second map. I think that Walsung would make a great first team to qualify through. Of course, we've still got the Estonian qualifiers, the Lithuanian qualifiers, and the last chance qualifier as well to take place over the next couple of days. In fact, I think the Estonian one might have taken place today. I'm not 100% sure on that. I think it did. So I think we already have. I think we already have our team for that. Maybe not. Maybe the finals. So we did the whole bracket, but I think we still have the finals to come. But there are some very good teams there, right? In the Estonian qualifier, you've got a mixed team with HS and Andu, which is exciting. And yeah, it's cool stuff. So, without further ado, we will be getting into this second map of this grand final. Walsung starting off from their CT side, EC Bangor on their attack here on Dust 2. A map that, you know, doesn't really favour either side massively. I don't think you can lean too heavily on the idea of this being a CT-sided map by any stretch of the imagination, but I think Walsung will be pretty comfortable kicking things off here on their defence. It's Niska. Lovely headshot. And he's working his way through the tunnels. Oh, cancel. Not going to happen. That's a rough start to the round. With a man advantage here. Now for Walsung, and a whole load of noise being made. I think EC Bangor are being very clear about their intentions. But it is a free B-bomb site, and well, with a nice shot from Shield. He's taking a dink from his teammate. That's okay. Maybe not. Renya will find the kill. Highski with an assist puts it down to a 1v1. Renya hasn't planted the bomb yet, though, so there's no major rush for Highski to take this fight, but he's confident. And confidence goes a long way. And a bit of BM at the end there as well. Yeah, love that. Also off to a flying start here again on Dust 2. That round comes incredibly close, but still when they get over the line, of course. That's the most important thing. It doesn't fill you with confidence when rounds are scrappy, but frankly, it doesn't matter as long as you're winning them. It's the most important thing. MP9, not a chance. Okay, better start here for EC Bangor. Molly being shown no respect. Latchy's just going to run right through it. And the smoke grenade's really awkward. I think it actually hit Latchy there, so... It lands a little off-tilter. He needs to be careful. He's lucky his head hasn't been ripped off by the MP9 there at range. Just at a bit of a disadvantage, I guess, as the re-aggression into lower works nicely. Highski making a lot of noise with a knife out. He's dead to rights. I'm not sure what his plan was there. But he's made this now very doable for the T side once again. It's a nice pick from Renya. They might just be able to get this done. Niska stomping around. That's going to be the freebie. With 15 seconds left, he can now play for the 1v1. CGK, of course, just wants to commit to this plant, but taps it with 7 seconds left. Niska confirms that he'd come off of it. Now, planted once again. Timer won't be an issue now. But the 1v1, it's all smokes and mirrors, spamming away. A shot connected. Niska on 4 HP, but playing over the top. Oh, if he was quicker to the head, could have got that done. CGK instead will win it. And we'll go exactly the way that we started on Inferno. The second round trade back. It's always awkward. It always hurts the money. And it hurts more for the CTs than it does the Ts. That is for sure. No starter loss bonus, you know, when you lose the pistol. Lose that follow-up, you get the 1900 instead. These guys are being double ecos, they have to force it. So far, so good. It's good damage being dealt. Shield scout, a good tag as well. High ski round this corner. Oh, nice shot from Japan. Shield. What a bite back. 50 seconds left. Denisi Banga closing in on A. Wolfsong have overcommitted. With the hard rotation on the B site. And the Banga boys looking better here. They are. There's no doubt about that. They've started this map off with a little more fight to them, I feel. Even the pistol round came desperately close. And what is that from Renya? 2 gorgeous headshots with the scout. It leaves it on to Crate. But not only is he at a disadvantage here with the numbers, he's at a disadvantage with the firepower as well. Down to a UMP against the 2 rifles and at range. Taking a fight from a position like Long. He does not stand a damn chance and he knows it. So he'll stay put. CGK and Kenzie will have to back off. And for Cree, alright. Alright, he'll do a little upgrade, let's call it, into the scout. Monetary-wise, it's not much of an upgrade, but I think he'd much prefer it, that's for sure. Drop it over to shield. It can do some damage. It certainly did in that last round. If history can repeat itself for him, he gets those opportunities. If you give him those opportunities, he'll take them, and he's a menace with them. So tapping away. Kenzie, big pick. Looking for more. Can't quite find it. Very good damage for Wolfsong, all things considered. This is just an eco round from them. They're giving us a bit of a bang for our buck. When you're looking for the timing. Niska being heard, though. That should be a freebie. Rifle dropped over as well, and Renya cleans up nicely. Handed them all on a silver platter. He is off to a flying start here on Dust 2. He's 10 and 3. He's the first to hit double digits. ZC Banger hit 3 rounds. So, crew with the jump spots. CGK up short. It's going to be this flashbang. Love that. Not only is it damage dealt, there's information gained. HEs will do big chunks either side as well. As Kenzie makes his presence known on the pincer. There are two on this B site and they're somewhat trapped in, but look at Heiski's position, timing everything here. He's a little wary because they know that he could be going for this. They are holding for it. Heiski, oh. All falls apart off of that. Renya's on 1 HP. Discplex can find this kill, then perhaps there's a chance to hold on. It's messy from Niska, but does still win it. And now still alive and kicking. Swaps to the sidearm, back to the M4, but being hunted down and shown no mercy.
Bomb has been planted.
Still a chance at this, of course. Bomb's only just been planted, but CGK a little further up than I think Discplex was realising, so... WP. Oh, good shot from Renya. Close up as well. Not sure he'll know that he did that early tag onto Displex. Doesn't really matter. Just gives somebody a much nicer gunfight down the line in this round. Little jiggle, MP9. Let's get down below. Shield, USP in hand, Latchy, lovely headshot.
Bomb has been planted. Terrorists win.
Maybe a fifth here for EC Bangers. They are just looking so much better here on Dust 2. And it's the last thing I was expecting. I'm going to be honest. I don't want to be all doom and gloom. I don't want to sound negative towards them, but... from what we saw on Inferno, their map pick as well. I did not have high hopes here for this second map, and so far they've really over-delivered. They've shown us a whole lot more than I was expecting. And they've looked cool in the process. Calm, collected. Like a much better side here. No doubt about that. Spams away. There is a better buy here. It's felt like the economy's been a real sore point for the Warsong side so far this map. Just sort of forcing the issue, desperate to get these guns out when they can, and therefore Making some sacrifices along the way. Finally, they sort of bit the bullet. A bit of an eco so they can have the rifles here, but EC Banger don't care. What a follow-up from Lachi for the second on long. And Niska now left with a 1v4. No hope in hell that he gets this done, and he knows it with 20 seconds left. Bomb will route onto the B site. It will be planted. And again, it just doesn't feel like there's anything that Niska can bring to the table here, even in terms of exit frags or any kind of damage at all. Be lucky if he can stay alive here. He's being hunted. Renya with his AWP. To the Glock. Throws it as a bit of a flash. Not sure what the plan was there. It is now confirmed that he's being hunted. And the AWP hits the leg. Niska's able to swap out. Somewhat negates that damage that he's taken by having the sniper. But they now have extra incentive to make sure he doesn't get out of here alive. And there is no way they will allow him such a luxury. Cut down in his prime. Denied the opportunity to carry through the sniper. And just like that, EC Banger secure themselves a 6th round. This is already a good half. They've got tons of time and space to extend it further. High flash. Nice shot. Shield. Oh, what a follow-up. Even a 3rd. This man is built different. And he proves it time and time again. Shield. Pure filth on the sniper. It'll be Discplex to finish off on Warsung. That is certainly one way to take a second round. Shield just says, I'm fed up with this shit. I'm going to send it up mid. I'm going to smash some heads. Doing what he does best on that AWP. Absolute superstar. I said his stats recently have been unbelievable on a professional level and on a pug level, to be honest. His last 20 matches on Face It, he's got a 2.5 KD. This guy is just an absolute menace. He proves it again here. Unfortunately, this round, again, just seems like it's gone the other way. Niska tries to stop the ship from sinking. The problem is they've taken so many casualties that he's playing at a massive disadvantage. And with Creed dropping as well, I mean, that smoke will give him a bit of cover. Kenzie has the right idea. The spam was bang on. So was that one. CGK will finish it off. 4 players stand alive. AK's picked up and upgraded. Chupan with that AWP. And another very good round from the T side. Shot Shield again. As long as he's the one taking the initiative, taking those early jewels, then they almost always go their way. When he's not, or when he can't hit that shot, then things start to go sour, but there is no doubt he's been bang on the money. And even with an awkward start like this, he's playing incredibly well. Niska's been very good too. He's played more of a supporting role, I guess. He's been more of a consistent factor, just alive later in the rounds, not taking these aggressive prods. Shadow spotted, but both peeking together, and he knew it. He was bouncing between the 2 angles. He knew it was coming. There wasn't a lot he could do to stop it. Flank in place. Brilliant. Heisky. Good for 1, instantly traded. They're not expecting the second man. That's Niska. And Kree's able to follow up for 1 more. CGK all by himself. They found 7 rounds. That's great. They need to make sure they close out at least one or two of these next couple. Because if Warsung start to wriggle their way back into the driver's seat here and can make this a 7-5 half, then all of the EC Banger hard work starts to unravel a little bit, doesn't it? You sort of move from, yeah, this is a brilliant start and a brilliant half here, to, it's just sort of bang average, and I don't think that that's really enough. They need to keep this pressure applied. Glass giant that might be fragile, but as long as they can seem scary, they might just be able to get it done. HE in. So much damage dealt. Absolutely munching the health of Warsung. Japan behind the doors. Get to inflict anything onto the CTs whilst they're all hobbling around, wounded by the early util. Eventually that molly will force Heisky out of his position, but him and Nixa. Finding the kills as a result. Kenzie comes to join his teammate up on the A site. They're pretty happy to give up this control. I'm surprised by it, but seem to be keen to play the retake. The fact the bomb hasn't gone down means, yeah, it's got to be somewhere. It's got to be trying to wriggle its way around to the site. They've made the right read, but it's all going wrong. Heisky, at least for the trade, puts it into a 2-on-2 with 30 seconds left. The pressure is now on. Because a round that started off so well is now coming into question. Shield's got that trusty AWP. He's rarely missed a shot. This time does, but it's okay because Heisky's there to cover. And if he misses once, you can almost guarantee he won't miss twice. Follows up comfortably. Gets that over the line. Fourth on the board for Warsung. It's a good comeback. It's a good recovery. No doubt this has looked better from them. That is absolutely for certain. Begs the question of what the hell happened at the start of this map, perhaps. Just seems like they took a while to find their foothold. And still, they don't look super confident, do they? But the double entry from EC Banger, that somewhat proves my point further. Shield stuck in elevator. There's no way he gets out of this alive. Oh no, the spams are missing. He's still alive and kicking. Eventually traded. And that'll be Discplex taken out as well as Kree emerges. 1-for-1. Not going to do it. And just like that, it will be an 8-4 half from EC Banger. It's very good. It's very good. I think they're going to be kicking themselves a little bit that they gave up a couple of rounds towards the end. That could have actually been more. But I don't think they're too worried. I think they're in a position of real comfort. Second half pistol. Absolutely worth its weight in gold here for the boys on Warsung. And it's not the best of starts, but Discplex recovers it. Double headshot to open the door on this A site and give them all the legroom they need to press in further for more. Shield just around this corner. Spamming away. Can't find the head. That was really messy. Not something you can really afford at this stage, but a nice thing from Heisky. Should make this a little bit easier as they start to close this gap. Maybe not. Still, one's low on health. Niska has it all on his shoulders, but the weight of the world is too heavy for him to carry. Latches on this bomb. He's just about got it. This is going to come really close, but he's got it by about a second. There you go. EC Banger making it 9. I said that pistol round was worth everything for Walsung. They come damn close, but they're not able to convert it, even with the 4v3 post-plant. Of course, they have to force buy here. I'm not sure where you go if you can't win this force buy, but of course, by the nature of the force buy, the opportunity is still here for them to take this round and keep this one somewhat contentious. The last thing I was expecting was to be going to a third map here, I'm going to be honest, but it really does feel like it's on the horizon now. I wouldn't ask for any less here, to be honest. Grand finals, you don't want it to be a stomp. You want a close affair. You want to feel like, even for the winning team, you want to feel like you worked for it. Something to celebrate at the end of the day. Feels a little bit robbed when it's a clean and easy 2-0. And with the force buy just falling flat on its face. This is going to be 10 for EC Banger. This little streak of success is really outliving expectations, I feel. Shot Renya. Oh. All right. Well, there's not too much invested into this round, but you know, when you buy the upgraded pistols, you're hoping to do a bit of damage, and they are not granted that. Seems like nothing will come out of this round for Walsung. It'll be a comfortable 11th for EC Banger. They are so close to the finish now. And the problem is, them looking so weak on Inferno and really not giving us anything there means that they're not playing for the win right now. They're not playing for the LAN finals yet. They're playing for a third map to get them there. Will they be prolonging Walsung's route to LAN or securing their own spot? Bam with the flash. Looking to swing out. Jump spot seen. Kenzie. Lovely headshot. Traded back by Discplex. Stupan now. Under pressure. He's going to be overwhelmed too. Wasting all his bullets. CGK very lucky to be alive. But the flank's still menacing. Niska, no chance he lets them out of this one. There you go. Double kill found. Renya with all other bases covered. They know he has to be long. And with a flashbang out and a wide swing in. Walsung will make it 5. They hold on. With how good they looked on Inferno, I wouldn't even go as far as to say, like, oh yeah, you know, delaying the inevitable. This one's still going to be an EC Banger map win, because I don't know. I'm going to be honest. EC Banger go for the reinvestment here. They've got the money to do so. The problem is they got 1,900 loss. They're down to 0 after this buy. So if they lose it, Walsung takes 6. They'll have a freebie for a 7th. And then we're within 4 rounds. And here in MR12, things can really, really sort of flip on their heads and change very quickly. Nice shot, Kenzie. Good start. They're going to be a little bit wary too that he is maybe still sticking around here. On the re-aggression could cause them some issues, but ooh. All right, Heisky. Scrappy fight, but one that he wins. Keeps this alive. Minute on the clock. And actually here in the corner, he's got a bit of support coming to help him out on B, even if that is just in the form of a flashbang. Peeks into the tunnels. Might bait him into a bit of a false sense of security as he sees nothing on the peak. Drops down. No CGK. All right, that's actually brilliant. That really works in his favour. They know the latch is there, but can't catch him on the cross. And just like that, EC Bangor get it done, and they get it done convincingly. Now map point again. Much better. Well on their way. Map 2 done and dusted. Map 3, here we come. Kenzie ready, sees the arm, pulls the trigger a little too late. With Heisky taking that entry on long. Maybe an opportunity. Leaving yourselves no margin for error like this, though. Even if they do give us a great comeback, it only takes one wild round, one crazy change of pace out of EC Bangor to get it over the finish. And even if they stumble over that finish line, it really doesn't matter. Only need to deal a tickle of damage. Heisky with another. As Renya swings out long to take that fight, he will be spotted by Sean as well. Then has to readjust his crosshair and realises he's facing into 3. So he's dead to rights. The round is gone. There's no doubt about that. But still, stand by my point before. This just feels like too little, too late here for Warsung. There's nothing wrong with bringing rounds back at the end, you know. Fill you with a bit of confidence going into map 3, but I do not see a world where they're able to win 6 in a row and take us to overtime without EC Bangor slipping one through the net, even in a bizarre and unorthodox fashion. Shield's early AWP shot won't connect. Renya's on a big flank here. Oh, they read it. This should be dealt with. Not sure who it is watching the back lines, but there is somebody there watching it. We can see it. Anticipating the push through the smoke. There it is. It's great. Disflex was the man on flank duty. And he delivers nicely. I think he knows there's another there as well. Lovely headshot, Kenzie. Last man standing. He'll be dropped. 7 down for Warsung. Freebie in the next, so 12-8. It's not out of the realms of possibility. But I'll stand by my prediction. I think a map 3's coming here. Actually, nice headshot, Shield with the response. USP tapping away, CGK. That's a little more than he bargained for there on the full eco, I feel. Still, Creed's able to follow up. 3v3, re-smoke, great flash, USPs again. Getting a little further there than I thought they would. Still no cigar. Oh, okay, this is what I'm talking about. That change of pace. Throwing yourselves at your opponents, just trying to get it over that line. Started off well with a 2-for-1, but this has sort of been the glue to hold this together. Latchy playing through the smoke, but very wary that if he over-aggresses and he gets caught in a bad timing, he could be the cause of an inevitable loss in this round. And he cannot find the kill. It puts him in a spot of bother. Discplex has walked all the way up on A. And whilst the bomb's still there in the B tunnels, with him gaining this information and space, he'll be able to relay to his teammates that nobody's home here. And that they've either got to be on some wild T-spawn flank, or there is a bit of a B setup in place. And Discplex's timing is absolutely perfect. Look at this. He'll catch one with his back turn. Spray's a little bit messy. Doesn't matter. Still finds it. And he'll finish off the job as well. What a round from Discplex. So well played from him. As he just opens up space and takes it with open arms. Makes it look easy. But in fact, it is absolutely not. It's a great pick from Shield. A bit of over-aggression in mid. Does go punished. High ski with another. Remember, this is just a half by 3C banger. It'll be a full investment in the next, but this will go 12 to 10. And my prediction is under the microscope right now. It's in jeopardy. Because a flawless round from Wolsung will instill a bit of confidence in the troops once again. It's 10 to 12. Overtime, perhaps, still a very real possibility. It felt like this was too far gone. It felt like a done deal. Up against the buy. This is actually, you know, if they can win this round, then they're well on their way. And it's a bit of a problem, to be honest. EC Banger either need to win this and close it out, or worst case, right? Hold on to a bit of cash in the process. If they are going to lose it, make sure you carry across a couple of those rifles, because the money will not be there to buy them again. And going into round number 24 in the final of regulation, they would have a weak buy. Look at this. The molly's going to clear the corner. No, it doesn't. It doesn't bounce. It doesn't go deep enough. Shield. Still with his sniper. Sees the shadow. Takes the tag, but wins the fight. His shot's lethal. Renya's isn't. Latchy now challenged. Tucked behind the boxes. Molly will flush him out. Big swing, but only damage. CGK with a kill. But Niska and Cree with the trades. And as I said before, if they're going to lose the round, they need to make sure they do so. Keeping some boys alive. Keeping a bit of money in the bank. That's now the task. It's no longer fight for this. It's fight for survival. What a comeback from Warsung. I thought we'd kind of seen it all out of them today, but I thought maybe they'd finally met their maker. A team that could take them the distance. I mean, they certainly have been taking the distance, at least here on Dust 2. No mercy being shown. A bit of an awkward jump from Highski. I think he'd be wishing that he didn't make that mistake. Could have found both. In fact, probably should have found both, but shouldn't matter too much. Only the one rifle carried across. A bit of money here for EC Bangor. It's the max loss, but that's about it. Molly to clear the blue box, just in case someone had slipped out and sat in that corner. Kept working its way down as well. For Mass, nice and tidy. Still the trade. It's one of the rifles gone, not one of the premium rifles, so it's a relief. I think they'll be happy to go 1-for-1 for Mass for an AK, but not 1 for nothing. When it's in the other team's favour, Chipman forced off the angle. Does get back on the boxes, wants to have another go at it, but knows he's been spotted. Sees ahead, he's desperately calling for the reinforcements, but they're both on the other side of the CT smoke. And they don't want to try and play through. They should know that Chipman's still here, and there you go. Timing brilliant, a great read from Shield. Highski is just sat in top mid, lurking, rotation duty, an easy 1-for-1. He won't find the second, but the information's there. And Latchy's now got a near impossible 1v3 to pull off, but one that he has to find to take it to overtime, to take it to further rounds. This felt like a done deal not so long ago. Now it comes into question. And in fact, it goes beyond that. Their fate is sealed. It's overtime. It's further rounds to dictate whether or not we need a third and final decider map here on Dust 2. Absolutely ridiculous. Warsung felt down and out for the count. And since then, it has absolutely been anything but. AWP. Gonna put on a bit of pressure. Shield there. Oh, nice shot, Renya. Where was this when it was needed? 13's now not gonna cut it. 16, the magic number. And Cree seems well aware that that's where he wants to head. This has been an unbelievable map so far. One that shows no signs of slowing down. Latchy aggressive into short. Whiskey hunting a little bit, taking a bit of damage, but there's nothing to lose here for the T's. This is kind of the thing. I guess you don't want to be giving your opponents AKs, but you know, for EC Bangor, it makes sense. First round of OT to save. They won't have to make that decision in any of the future rounds. It'll be a no-brainer to play for a retake like that. I am surprised in a 3v3 retake situation that in overtime they do call it off, but keeping those finances just sort of bobbing above water is, I guess, the right call to make there. It's a questionable one. It's definitely up for debate, but think it's the right call. You know, it just feels so risky. Giving up that advantage. Wolfsong have been playing on the back foot this entire map. They've had very little success. They've had very few moments where they've actually been ahead and sort of had the wind in their face, I guess. Now they finally do. Gotta make sure it doesn't get to their heads. That LAN finals is within touching distance. They can taste it. All they need to do is get that. 3 more rounds. That'll do the trick. Another technical pause, and it's Niska gone again. Don't have any info on where he's gone or why, but hopefully he'll be back soon. All right, Niska's back, and we're ready to go once again. "14 rounds on the menu here, perhaps, for Wolfsong. Their CT side wasn't great, but to be honest, I don't think you have to worry too much about sides here. It's more just about sort of being a little bit asleep at the wheel at the start of this. It's coming over. Kenzie. Oh, bad timing. Not expecting them to peek out before that smoke balloons. The molly into Gandalf. CGK blinded as well. Can't even go 1 for 1 on the peak. Just over the top. Lovely stuff back. But I don't think this is going to merit a round win, unfortunately. Flashbang. Huge disflex. Oh, very late to the trigger there. Super close on the spams. Menu just trying to hold on to this AWP here. He's literally on 1 HP and there's no escape. Surely, Displex. Like, he fired so many bullets at him and they were all just drawing a silhouette. Well on their way to the finish now, with Kenzie gone early as well. 15. Looming over them. Warsong were able to fight back when their opponents were on map point. Arisi Banga going to be able to do the same. There's even more weight behind it. It's not just map point, it's series point. It's championship point here in the qualifiers. Displex with a lovely entry. Nice get around this corner. Renya's got his knife out, slips the net. Might be able to deny the plant. He does. That would have been huge if there was a little bit less time on the clock, but with 45 seconds, it won't have any major impact. Crosses this. That awful ships in the night, you know. That good old saying. But when there's 3 cannons waiting for you on the other side, it doesn't mean much. Rifles rattling off shots. A lot of damage dealt by the nades. I'm also 3 kills away now from that LAN qualification. But they're losing members in the process. It might not be done here in this round. They'll still have a couple more chances at it. With the money in the bank, they'll have a crack. Displex doesn't have any util to work with here. And double mollied off. Has to take a step back. Heisky coming up from long. He's got a full belt of utility. And Displex has just put it back into a 2-on-2 and gets out of there alive as well. He can either re-aggress or route into short. He hasn't got tons of time, but with Heisky finding that kill. Now the door wide open. Still a full belt of util. Still a kill on Displex. Jumps over the top. Sees the head. That's it. Wolsung are victorious. They are Latvian qualifier winners. And they are moving on to the LAN finals here of the OlyBet Baltic Cup. I absolutely love it. Wow, wow, wow. What a comeback. What a way to get that done as well. Just when I was thinking, you know, we'd have 2 swift maps and it would be a little bit of a snooze fest, we actually get an awesome game with a huge comeback, an overtime victory. Awesome, awesome stuff there from the Latvians of Wolsung. And I'm very excited to see them in Lithuania next month for that LAN finals. I cannot wait. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Well, EC Banger, it's not over for them, even though it is here in the Latvian qualifier, and I think that was probably their best and easiest route in. They do still have a shot in that last chance qualifier. Remember, we've got 4 teams playing the LAN. 1 from each region, that makes up 3, and then 1 in that last chance qualifier that involves all of the qualifiers. So it's probably going to be 2nd, 3rd, 4th place from all of those qualifiers that will be competing in that last chance qualifier, plus a few more perhaps. So EC Banger are going to have a harder time there. But from what we saw from them, you know, they gave us a damn good showing there. And I think that, yeah, you know, that's that could give them something. I think they looked good. I think they looked good on that second map. It's a shame they weren't able to close it out and bring us to a 3rd. But yeah, at the end of the day, they showed us a lot of moments of brilliance, a lot of promise. I'm excited to see them in that last chance qualifier in a couple of days' time. It'll be interesting to see if they can go the distance and we can still see them at that LAN finals. That is going to wrap this up, though. W commentator, thank you, Martin. Much love. Now, I'm not 100% sure. I haven't got tons of info. I'm going to be honest. I am not sure when the Estonia finals are taking place because obviously they've gone through that whole bracket. It is just down to the grand finals on that one, but it hasn't been played yet. That's on the 19th. Wow, okay, we've got a little while for that one. So that's us done for today, I think. Is that right? Can I get confirmation from Mr. Producer? Am I wrapping things up here? Yes. Okay. But we're done here for today. Alrighty. Well, thank you everybody so much for watching. That's going to wrap things up here for today with the Latvian qualifiers. We're back tomorrow for more qualifier action and over the next few days as well. But yes, that Lithuanian qualifier tomorrow. So very, very excited for that one. That one's absolutely jam-packed and stacked with some great teams. Some friends of mine, some boys that I hope really, really do make it the distance. But yeah, 47 teams signed up for that one. So definitely going to be an absolute brawl. Have a wonderful rest of your day, though, folks. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in and watching. Join us back same time, same place tomorrow for the Lithuanian qualifier. Then we'll have that Estonia final on the 19th. We'll have the last chance qualifier after that. And then we'll be ready to go. We'll have our 4 final teams for LAN. And it's going to be awesome. As I say, have a wonderful rest of your evening. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye, folks.